Episode 179. Han Li strode over to the counter and stood before it, remaining silent. This made the shopkeeper look up in surprise. The moment he got a clear look at Han Li, his face went pale. He shoved the abacus and ledger aside, hurried around the counter, and said,
Oh, senior, is there something this junior can help you with? I'll do my very best.
Who would have thought the shopkeeper was a cultivator too, though his cultivation was pitifully weak, barely at the fourth layer of qi condensation. Han Li said nothing. He simply brushed his sleeve across the counter, and a glossy green jade pendant appeared on the table.
Oh my. So it's Senior Han who's arrived. My apologies, I've been remiss. Young Master Qi informed us you'll be arriving soon, Senior. I've been awaiting your arrival for some time now.
Han Li put the jade pendant away upon hearing this.
I want to see your young master now. Lead the way.
Senior.
The innkeeper then called over a young man dressed as a shop assistant, gave him a few instructions, and led Han Li out through the back door. They left the small town and headed west. To the west of Golden Horse City stretched a vast expanse of yellow-green hills, countless in number, but the innkeeper, knowing the road like the back of his hand, led Han Li through a few turns among the mounds and into a sunken flatland covering over 100 acres. In the middle of this hollow sat 7 or 8 white stone houses, with a few sparse green bamboo planted here and there around them, scattered and unremarkable.
Senior, my young master is inside the house, but there are some arrays set up outside. Normally, I should report to the young master before bringing an outsider in. But Senior Han, my master has already given his orders regarding you. So just follow me closely or you'll trigger the restrictions and cause a lot of trouble.
Han Li cast a thoughtful glance around the hollow, at the seemingly haphazardly placed green bamboo.
Fine. Lead the way then.
The innkeeper took a breath, then carefully led Han Li toward the house. His path was bizarre. He'd take 3 steps forward, then 2 back, 5 steps east, then 6 west. The whole thing was chaotic, with no discernible pattern. And so the two of them slowly drew closer to the house in the hollow.
Young master, Senior Han has arrived.
When he was only about 10 jong from the house, the shopkeeper finally let out a sigh of relief and shouted toward the largest room.
Senior Han, is that you? Oh, wonderful. But please wait a moment. I'll be right out.
Just then, Qi Yunshao's delighted voice rang out from inside the room, followed by a dull thud and his grumbling complaints.
Failed again.
The stone door swung open, and Qi Yunshao stepped out, his face etched with disappointment, a wave of scorching heat clinging to him. But when he saw Han Li, his expression instantly brightened, and he hurried forward, saying with some excitement,
It really is you, Senior. Please, come with me. Let me show you proper hospitality. We don't have much else here, but I do have a few cups of fine tea.
Qi Yunshao, with a warmth that bordered on excessive, gestured for Han Li to step into the adjoining room, his every move now far more seasoned and composed than it had been just a few years prior.
Then I'll trouble you, fellow Taoist.
Han Li sat down at a long table inside the room.
Senior, well,
Qi Yunshao turned to the steward, ordering tea, then looked back, clearly wanting to say something but holding back. Han Li smiled without a word. With a flick of his wrist, the cloudy summit insights appeared on the table, still shimmering with silver light, showing it remained under restriction. Qi Yunshao's spirits lifted at the sight of the book. He was about to reach for it when something suddenly occurred to him, and he quickly said,
Please wait a moment, Senior.
Then he hurried out the door. Han Li let out a soft chuckle, as if he had guessed the other's intentions. Not long after, Qi Yunshao burst back into the room, a wooden box about a foot long now in his hands.
Senior, this is a modified inverted 5 elements array magic toolset. Its power didn't reach the originally expected level. It can only achieve half the original array's strength, but I've boosted it to a third of the original array's power, which is still far stronger than before.
Qi Yunxiao spoke with some apology, clearly uneasy about failing to raise the power of this array tool set to the level he had promised.
1/3? I never really expected him to improve it that much. Besides, the reversed 5 elements formation at 1/10 power was already more than satisfactory. After all, even core formation cultivators like Lei Wanhei found this formation quite troublesome to deal with. If it were boosted 2 or 3 times more, wouldn't it be able to keep core formation cultivators out of the array?
With that thought, Han Li took the wooden box to examine it more closely. Meanwhile, Qi Yunxiao picked up the silver book and studied it closely. As soon as the lid was lifted, a set of array flags and an array plate brimming with spiritual qi appeared before his eyes. Han Li took each one out for a closer look. This set had far more formation flags and a formation plate than the previous one, and the patterns and runes on them were noticeably more intricate. It seems he wasn't lying. This set should indeed be more powerful than the last. Han Li excitedly packed away the set of formation flags, then glanced across at the other side. At this moment, Qi Yunxiao was beaming as he gently stroked the cloudy heart manual, clearly having verified the seal as well.
I am quite satisfied with this set of improved array magic tools. I truly appreciate your trouble, fellow Taoist.
You flatter me, Senior. I should be the one thanking you profusely for returning this book in perfect condition.
Qi Yunxiao shook his head vigorously at Han Li's words, like a child's rattle. Han Li chuckled, exchanged a few modest words, then fell into conversation with Qi Yunxiao. A short while later, the shopkeeper returned, setting down 2 cups of jade green tea. This tea's fragrance was noticeably more delicate than the fine brew from the clear spring tea house, clearly a superior grade, and the spiritual energy it emitted was richer as well. Han Li took 2 sips at Qi Xiaoyun's earnest invitation and immediately felt his mouth refreshed and his mind clear.
Ha, excellent tea. I never imagined one could infuse spiritual qi into the very leaves themselves. Truly remarkable. You made this yourself, fellow Taoist. I am deeply impressed.
Han Li meant every word of that. After all, the very idea of infusing ordinary tea leaves with spiritual qi was something he had never heard of before, and on top of that, the tea itself was fragrant beyond compare, rivaling any of the world's finest brews. Qi Yunxiao's face flushed with embarrassment at Han Li's words.
Senior, you misunderstand. This tea wasn't brewed by me, it was a gift from a friend. This tea took my good friend nearly 10 years to perfect.
A friend? Could this be the friend you've been seeking medicine to save?
Han Li asked casually, but inside he was quietly pleased. He had been racking his brain for a way to steer the conversation toward that array master. With such a golden opportunity, he naturally wasn't about to let it slip by. Qi Yunxiao blinked at Han Li's question, hesitating for a moment. Then, as if remembering something, he steeled himself and nodded.
You are correct, Senior. This spiritual tea was indeed crafted by that close friend of mine. Speaking of which, it was thanks to your 1,000-year spirit herb as the medicine primer that his life was saved. But now, though his life is no longer in danger, his injuries still refuse to heal. So I was hoping to shamelessly ask if you might have any more aged spirit herbs. Even if there's no 1,000-year spirit herb, one from 700 or 800 years would be enough to give my friend a real chance at recovery. I'm willing to trade various formation energies for the spirit herb.
With that, Qi Yunxiao looked at Han Li with eager anticipation, his full attention fixed on him. Han Li was taken aback by Qi Yunxiao's words, but inwardly he breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Since he still needs something from me, it seems repairing the teleportation array is now a foregone conclusion. But on the surface, I naturally had to put on a reluctant expression. so that he would owe me a favor.
With that thought, Han Li put on a pensive expression. It was a long moment before he finally spoke, sounding very reluctant.
I do have some spirit herbs on hand, but I was planning to use them to refine a batch of pills, so I really...
Han Li didn't finish his sentence, but the deep hesitation written across his face had already told Qi Yunxiao everything about the difficulty of this matter. After all, Qi Yunxiao should know full well what a single batch of top-grade pills means to a cultivator. The moment Qi Yunxiao heard that Han Li still had the spirit herbs, his face lit up with wild joy. But the words that followed sent him spiraling into desperate anxiety.
I know asking Senior Han to part with the spirit herb is a tall order, but seeing my close friends suffer day and night, it truly breaks my heart. If you're willing to part with this spirit herb, I'll let you pick any of my array magic tools. Even if you take them all, I won't utter a single complaint.
Han Li's heart stirred with interest at those words.
Even if Qi Yunxiao's other array tools weren't as absurdly powerful as the 5 elements reversal array, they were still rare masterpieces. If I could get my hands on a few more sets, it would definitely boost my own defenses quite a bit. Besides, some of these arrays are extremely aggressive too. If I could trap a powerful enemy inside one, it would be a sharp means of killing them. But my main goal here is to get him to fix that damaged teleportation array. If I take the array-laying magic tools, it'll be hard to bring that up. He'll definitely think I'm insatiably greedy. I don't want to make enemies of these two right now.
Han Li weighed the offer, then decided to refuse the trade and bring up the teleportation array instead. But just then, a young woman's frantic shout rang out from outside.
Young Master Qi, something terrible has happened. My lady is in trouble. Please, you have to save her.
The moment the woman's voice reached the house, Qi Yunxiao's face changed drastically. He shot to his feet and hurried out the door, not even pausing to acknowledge his guest, Han Li. The shopkeeper, standing off to the side, likewise scrambled out in a panic. Han Li's brow twitched, but his expression remained unchanged. A flicker of doubt crossed his mind. He clasped his hands behind his back and strolled out slowly. Out in the yard, Qi Yunxiao and the shopkeeper were listening intently to a young woman of 18 or 19. The young woman had fair skin and a pretty face, her features tight with worry as she spoke. But when she saw Han Li, a stranger, walk out of the room, she fell silent in surprise, weariness flickering in her eyes. Han Li saw this, gave an easy smile, and stayed right where he was, making no move to step forward. But the moment Qi Yunxiao turned and saw Han Li, he rushed over as if grasping at a lifeline, darting to Han Li's side in a flash.
Senior, my friend is trapped by a group of malicious cultivators. You're the only one who can save him now. If you agree to help, Senior, I will surely offer a generous reward.
Fellow Taoist Qi, could you be more specific? Could it be that the young lady you mentioned is that close friend of yours who's so skilled in arrays?
Exactly. The reverse 5 elements array magic tools you used, Senior, those were crafted by Miss Ying and myself, working together.